Hello good people and welcome back to another math video. This time we are going to be talking about the area of a rectangle. Let's get started. First off, we just have to think about what exactly is area. An area is the amount of surface that a shape can cover. And we'll see a few examples of this coming up. One way to think about area might be to think about rooms in a house. If I drew a very simple floor plan of a house, something like this, and I said, okay, this is going to be the living room, this is going to be the bathroom, here's the hallway, and then there is a bedroom here and a dining room here, a kitchen here. Let's do that. This will be the kitchen and this will be a bedroom. So there's my very simple house. And so I could tell you the area of the whole house by counting up all these individual squares that are on the inside. And it would tell me how many square units would be. Or I could figure out what's the area of just, say, the living room. And I could count up how many square units are in there. So let's do that first. Let's say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the living room is 25 square units. And that's all we really know right now because I don't know how big each of these units are. But I could say that the living room is 25 square units. So anytime we're going to find the area of a rectangular shape, like a true rectangle or a true square, we could think about it in this way. A simpler way to do it would be to say, well, how many units are on this side? Well, there are 5. And how many units are there on this side? And there are 5. And then I can multiply those two numbers together. So 5 times 5 equals 25. So just for a second, I'm going to pull this living room shape out of the house and just kind of be able to look at it by itself. So here it is by itself. And I can say that this shape has this bottom part right here, and that bottom part we call a base. And then it also has a certain height, which I might say going up here, and I would call that the height. So then this brings us to a formula, and that formula is the area of a rectangular shape is equal to the base of the shape times the height of the shape. And so a little more simply, lots of times we see that as A is equal to BH. Now we talked a little bit about these variables, and we know that when a variable is right next to another variable, like it is here, that means to multiply. So A equals BH is kind of shorthand for saying what I have right here, that the area of a rectangular shape is equal to the base times the height. Let's do a couple examples. Okay, so here's a simple rectangle drawn best I can, and it's laid out on the graph paper so we could even check our work by counting 1 to 1. But remember, we're going to say that again, that area of a rectangle is equal to the base times the height. So I can just count how many units I have in my base here. And if I count those up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 units there in that base. And then the height over here, I can count up and see that there are 4 units. And so I can do my substitution step. The area of this rectangle, would be equal to 9 times 4. And then do my calculation. And it would be 36. But the units are important here, so I'm just going to say that it's going to be 36 square units. And if you weren't sure, you could actually kind of go in here and you could actually count all those units up, and I promise you that you would get 36. All right, let's do another one. So here I can look at my base again, And it doesn't matter that I've changed how the rectangle is oriented and that I have this skinny part down here on the bottom. That's fine. And so my base here is going to be 4 units. And my height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My height up this side is 7 units. So again, area of a rectangle is equal to base times height. Then I can do my substitution step. It's going to be equal to 4 times 7. Do my calculation step, and the area of this rectangle would be equal to 28 square units. Okay, quick little recap. One, remember that area is kind of the surface that a shape covers. And number 2, yeah, that's really a horrible number 1. Sorry, I went too fast. Number 2 is that the area of a rectangle, now this only applies to a rectangle. We'll have other formulas for other shapes. But the area of a rectangle is equal to the base of that rectangle times the height of that rectangle. And again, it doesn't matter which way the rectangle is oriented. If it's like this, then this is going to be your base and this is going to be your height. If it is like this, this will be your base and this will be your height. All right, that's it. Hope that helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.